Guys, Louie here, and welcome to the weekend. Today is Saturday, July 22nd. Let's take a look at the action in the markets and then do a story and a couple of updates. All right, we have silver bouncing off the low 25s back down to a little over 24.50. And if you look at this graph from Kitco, looks like we've got some gaps to fill here. So I am still not buying. I believe demand in the silver market is weak, and you're seeing that evidenced by deals popping up. I don't know if you caught the, pardon me, the dog is running all over chasing the cat. I don't know if you caught the sale from Vermilion Enterprises, but he had silver at, I believe, $1 over spot or even less. So he was moving some stuff out. People, when it got into the 25s, people started selling, which they will do if they need the money. And those of us that are stacking long term probably would not do. Saw the GSR, the gold silver ratio, dip down below 80. So I think we have some room for that to move back up to maybe 84. Silver here, could definitely have a date with 23, but who knows what happens in the short term. I continue to watch the stock market and the bond market and the dollar. And I'm just not a buyer here, but then again, my stack is pretty mature. You may want to buy, and if you do, there are some sales out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at open window. Just one second. Let's see, that's Kitco. Let's take a look at Hero Bullion. They've got Eagles at about $31 each for a tube of 20. I believe they're a little cheaper over at Vermilion. So you're seeing those premiums continue to come down. As I said, demand is weak. And even for the Silver Eagle, it is definitely dropping. All right, do they have anything on sale? Well, let's see. They got my little Germania bars here, but we can't seem to get those much under 30 bucks, no matter what happens to spot price. Maybe they'll crack under 29 here in the near future. I do like those quite a bit. Maples as low as 28. So what is that? A $3 premium? Oh, any quantity pricing, we always like that because you can buy 1 or you can buy 10, but you can get the lowest price. So 24.50 to 28, that's about 350 premium on a maple. That would probably be my first choice for Sovereign. What else do we have here in the bars? 267 for the Longhorn bar, any quantity pricing. Those are nice little bars. So what is that? A couple bucks over spot for a 10 ounce. And Krugerrands and 100 ounce bars. I think Brian had the 100 ounce bars for like 75 cents over spot. So that's what's going on in the market. I do expect to see a little more weakness coming, but it could pop at any time. Seems like the dollar is going to re-strengthen here, in my opinion. Rates look like they're threatening to go back up on the 10-year. If they did, I would be a buyer of the 10-year bond. Let's see what happens. I think the stock market will influence a lot of what happens going forward. All right, just a quick update on my prolific .co enterprise. My earnings are up to £538. That is about $650 American delivered to my PayPal account. I don't know, it's been a week and a half, I'm in a month and a half or so. So that continues to pay out. If you want to check out prolific.co, you may want to sign up. I've got more studies and surveys than I can. I can't do all the surveys they're sending me. It's a legit survey site. So keep that in mind if you're looking for pocket money to pick up some silver. And here is the story. This I thought was the most interesting story of the week, and it got no airplay anywhere but in the Bitcoin community. But RFK Jr., the Democratic challenger to Biden, says he will back the U.S. dollar with a very small amount of gold, silver, platinum, and Bitcoin. All right, he's talking 1% here, but his philosophy is spot on. I'm going to just give you the gist of it, having read and listened to it. He believes that, as his uncle did, that an untethered currency gives way to money printing, which gives way to actually endless war, because that's how they finance the wars that we propagate all over the world. And he believes that by tying currency to something physical, like gold or Bitcoin, would reduce the government's propensity to keep printing money and impose some limits on government. 1% wouldn't do anything, obviously, but his philosophy is start somewhere and then over time raise that further, which could provide a bit of stability for the U.S. dollar. Notwithstanding, if the BRICS go 100% gold, that would certainly outweigh this plan. Some people have said this is highly touted in the Bitcoin community, and he believes that Bitcoin is a pseudo-hard asset with a limited availability and therefore a good choice to back the dollar in small proportions. He also wants to eliminate taxation, capital gains taxation, on what he would consider to be a currency. If you're into Bitcoin, that's like heaven to your eyes there. Some people criticize him that he owns couple $100,000 in Bitcoin, and they're saying that he, of course, they would pick the most sensational statement and try to denounce him for it. But this dude is worth $50 to $80 million, poor by most government standards. He's the guy that brought down Monsanto, basically closed it down. They were forced to sell the company and then destroy Bayer, who bought the company. Roundup is the enterprise that has been poisoning our children for years and years and years with their Roundup product. And the Roundup continues to be used. But the lawsuit was enormous, and he was one of the primary litigators to stop that evil corporation from doing what they do with GMOs and pesticide-soaked products that we feed to our babies. So good on him. He doesn't need $100,000, or if Bitcoin doubled in price, he doesn't need the money. So I don't really care about that story. What I care about is the philosophy that all stackers agree with, that the dollar needs to be tethered to something tangible to increase its stability and remove or decrease inflation in our system. And good on him for doing that. In contrasting RFK Jr. on the Democrat side, and I think he could win, honestly. And Donald Trump. Donald Trump talked about this, but he didn't do anything. What he did was he put pressure on the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates to the lowest possible level. The Federal Reserve caved, and that's what gave rise to market increases, and it all looked good, but it was a sugar high. And as any real estate developer would do, they think credit is good until the market crashes, and then they're out till the next run. So I don't know, in contrasting the two, I like Kennedy's policy better. All right, and then moving on, the Morgan and Peace dollars dropped. Hopefully you got your Morgans and your Peace dollars if you wanted them. If you can, leave them in the box, sealed. They'll be worth more down the road if they have not been searched. If you sold them to Pinehurst, then you're waiting on your check. And if you're looking for what's coming next, I'm skipping over the proofs because I just don't think there's a lot of juice there with the high mintage. Could be wrong. But you got to go to the Morgan and Peace Dollar 2-coin reverse proof set. If you have not established a subscription to this 2-coin set, I strongly encourage you to do so. It's not going to drop until late fall, I believe. But these are going to go for good money on eBay. It is possibly going to be a double in price. You can get 5 through subscription, but not today. Today they are out of stock, but if you check these early mornings or periodically, they'll come back in stock at some point. And pop 5 of those into your subscription, and guarantee you'll be able to trade those to many people who will want them. That is my advice on that. So back to the I guess where shall we go? Back to live gold, silver prices. That's about where I think the market is at. I haven't found anything I really wanted to buy. You see these deals pop up often when big retailers think the price could go lower from here as the premiums drop. It's a predictor of lower spot prices. And if you're buying, low premiums is always a good thing. But $24.50 is a fair price for silver. Okay, and $19.60, I think is a pretty good price for gold. I don't think it's a great price, but again, I'm looking for the liquidity event to pull the rug out under everything: equities, miners, and possibly spot price of gold and silver. And it's just not coming. We may be, a day, a week, a month, or a quarter away from some kind of liquidity event in the markets. But there's lots of time bombs out there in our community, in our world, that could easily go off, and the news could be exceedingly negative Monday morning. It just depends on the sentiment of the market. And I'm not a buyer in the stock market here, although those of you who were have done well, and good for you. I'd move some money out into something else. And gold looks the best to me right here. But if you want to take a crapshoot on silver, go for that too. Premiums look pretty darn good. That's about all I have for you today. Let me know what you think of that RFK article. I think he means what he says, and of course it's politics. You never know if anybody means what they say. But I'm switching my party allegiance after many years as a Republican. I'm switching to Democrat so I can vote for him. And if he loses, I can still vote for Trump in the real election. But this gives me a chance to stick a finger in Biden's eye. And I like 90% of what RFK stands for. So I'm supporting him. Okay, what are you guys doing? Are you buying? Did you dabble in the Morgans and the peace dollars? And are you thinking prices are up from here? Maybe. That could happen. All right, so give the audience your thoughts. I would love to hear your comments and thoughts, and give me a little like if you enjoyed this video. All right, I'm going to check out. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I got to go play with that puppy. Bye now.